While I was walking this year, my 4th year, I started doing some mathematics and started to realize that every hour a birth mother dies unreunited. Every hour, 24 hours a day, a birth mother dies unreunited. Could be your mother, my mother. Are we going to let this continue? The only thing we can do is to gather, and every time we gather, have more people so we can change it, because they're not going to change it for us, and our mothers are going to keep dying. We have to work together so that we can end the pain, have our reunions, know each other, love each other, and the only way we can do that is to work together for our freedom. So please come out again next year. Come out during the year. Do what you can. Write to Congress. Make appointments. Our voices can be heard and be felt, but every one of us has to do our share, or it's never going to happen. And our birth mothers are going to keep on dying. Thank you.
And I know from Edmund Burke, all that the evil forces need to win the world is for good men and women to do nothing. Well, if you found your son, and he won't have a relationship with you because he's protecting his adoptive parents, your son or your daughter was chained to a radiator. If you found your child, and he or she was never told he was adopted or she was adopted, then your child was chained to a radiator. If you found your child and this person had a great life with a wonderful mother and father, and they don't need another, then this child was chained to a radiator. If you found your mother and she's been locked in a closet so long that she finds it difficult to relate to you or your family, then she was chained to a radiator. We have to cut these chains. We have to stop the Bill Freemans from chaining our children to radiators. Yes. We have to stop the Bill Pierces from chaining all of us to radiators. Yes. We have to stop separation of families and the Dan Quayles who single out single women as an evil in our society. So I'll gladly feel the muscle aches, the joint pain, so others don't have to feel the heartaches that I have felt and will feel until I die. Thank you.
Adoptees are not a crop. They should not be harvested, and the seed shouldn't be scattered to the winds. Life is not cheap. Adopted persons, original families, pay an even heavier price through life circumstances than any one of us.
Hey, Mr. Legislator, pass a bill for me. I'm adopted, I don't know my own birth history. Hey, Mr. Legislator, pass a bill for me. Give me access to my name and my reality.
We must continue to march. We must continue to write letters. We must continue to speak out so that good people will no longer make evil mistakes out of ignorance. We just plain can't quit.
To do that, you must overcome a lifetime of prejudices. You must realize that everyone, including ourselves, have denied our every feeling about being adopted.
Today, I legally have no right to know whom I am. One kind of death was substituted for another.
Marches are dangerous, more dangerous than we know, or do we know? Thank you.
We must open records and stop telling lies so that other adoptees don't have to go through what my son has and still is going through, and that other birth parents don't have to go through what I've gone through for almost 33 years.
That we reach a hand across this chasm and bring this system crashing to its knees. Thank you, Marilyn Burson, for making me proud of who I am. Thank you, Marilyn Burson, for being proud of who you are. thank all of you women and fine men who are here today in love, communication, growth, and understanding. I am Victoria Camp, and I am a mother.
For the sake of truth, justice, and wholeness, open sealed adoption records now.
But I want the rights to my birth parents and my siblings. Thank you very much.
Because we are the experts. We are the unwed mothers and the illegitimate babies and the infertile couples when we're all grown up. Thank you.
Prisoners on death row are given one last request before they are executed. My mother did not commit a crime, but was not given her last request. Why?
That rights cannot be denied on the basis of the circumstances of your birth.
I have a few thoughts before we close our formal speak out. If Moses were alive today, he might say, walk with us next year to demand that the government let our people go. Let us be free so that we have the right to know each other. If Martin Luther King were alive today, he might say, I have a dream when all of us can be treated as equal and have the right to know each other like all other families in the world that aren't involved in adoption. Walk with us next year. Be here next year. And if John F. Kennedy were alive today, he might say, ask not what the adoption movement can do for you, but what can you do for the adoption movement? Walk with us next year. We can make a difference, but you have to be here too. We can't do it with 10 or 20 of us. Bring a friend, bring your families. Come here next year and walk with us. And I do want to thank every single one of you that walked with us, that came here.
Oh, Frankie went down to the courthouse. She wanted to find out her name. But the man at the courthouse, he told her, I'm sorry that you ever came, 'cause your name ain't here. Now ain't that mighty damn queer? Oh, she wrote to the vital statistics, but they told her she didn't exist. Not at least until she was adopted. Now ain't that a curious twist? The department revealed that she had simply been sealed. Well, Frankie was mighty tenacious, took out her little 44, went down to the secret records room, shot her way through the sealed file door. Well, I do exclaim, now Frankie knows her own name. Oh, Frankie was tried and convicted. They hacked her for all to see. But Frankie, she went to her maker, singing, "Dear my God, to me, no more adoption needs. Just give us back our own name." And will you join us just singing for one last time, We Want Open Records? We want open records. We want open records. We want open records today.